My sister, I've got a question for you. One question. Let us imagine you are married, or in real life you are married. And then your husband told you that, honey, I want you to prepare my special delicacy. In your mind, you know that that special delicacy takes 2 hours, at least 2 hours to make. And he now told you that, honey, please, I want you to prepare this meal for me and my friend. My friends have come, oh. Fine, I know that the time that they have come is late. But please, help me to prepare this meal for them and for myself. And he was saying all these things in the presence of his friends. My sister, what would you do? Would you obey him and cook this delicious delicacy? Or would you not obey? Look at him from head to toe like this and walk away without stepping your feet into the kitchen. My sister, what would you do? Oh? You know what? This question was directed to me by an interviewer in an interview. When they asked me this question, I just look everywhere like this. I say, please, is this a part of the job description? Or what is the meaning of this concubinity? Because I don't understand. I am not understanding. As the saying goes, a wise woman builds her home. A wise woman attracts favor. And you see, this wise woman, I found her in the Bible. Her name is Esther. Her name is Queen Esther. You see, Queen Esther, she knew about what happened to her husband's previous wife, her husband's ex-wife. She knew how Vashti was dethroned. So Esther determined in her heart that, the way Queen Vashti was dethroned, me, I will not be dethroned though. My own husband is the king to 127 provinces. You think it's easy? Hey, no, I will honor my husband very well. I will take good care of him. He must not dethrone me. I must not become the scapegoat as Vashti had become the scapegoat. So that was how Esther honored God and she honored her husband. My sisters in the Lord, we need to honor God and we need to honor men. Yes, we need to do these things. And let me tell you something. There is benefit. There's a lot of benefits that come with honor. And that is what I call favor. And that is what I call divine speed. And that was what happened with Esther. See, let me take you back to the 4th century before Christ. Let me take you back to what Esther did. So can we rewind back? You see, Esther was an orphan. She lost her mom, she lost her dad. She and Mordecai were slaves in the city of Shushan. Mordecai took her as his daughter. He took care of her. He showed her the ways of Christ. Esther herself, she loved God. She served the Lord. She was faithful to God. She was fearful to God. And after all of this, while this was going on with Esther, that was when Vashti was dethroned from the palace. Then this particular day, the king was really sad. He was then thinking about Vashti. He was thinking, my dear Vashti is gone. And the servants that saw the king thinking, we are wondering that, hey, let us speak with the king, so that the king will not go and call Vashti back into this palace. We don't want Vashti in this palace because we have made a decree. So the servants advised the king. They told the king that he should keep calm now, that he should find a new wife. So the decree was made, a new wife needs to be found for the king. Then all the virgins, all the maidens, they were gathered in the king's palace. They were selected for purification, to be given beauty products, so that they have to take good care of themselves before meeting the king. Because there's a standard. If you want to be a queen, you have to go through a standard. There's a standard for being the queen. So you have to be groomed to the standard of queenship, okay? Now, Esther too was a part of the virgins that were gathered together in the king's palace, in the harem. And you see, my dear wise Esther, when she saw Haggai, she knew that this man called Haggai is a man of value, is a man of honor. So she gave him honor. And then Agai himself was pleased with Esther, and Esther found favor in his sight. And she found favor in the sight of everybody that looked upon her. Now, let me tell you something. To give honor to somebody means that you acknowledge the value of the person and you give the person total respect. That was all what Esther did, though. Esther did not go about gossiping with her fellow maidens. She did not go about making friendship or asking them what the king wants. She did not even disturb herself. She liked them all. She did not go against them nor disrespect them in any way. But she understood the values of Agai. Now let's take it back to Queen Vashti, because I know you might be wondering, why was Vashti dethroned? Vashti was dethroned because she disobeyed the king. She dishonored the king. But you see, this very own Vashti. Vashti did not dishonor our friends or our fake friends. Now, if we read the book of Esther chapter 1 verse 9, you would see that Vashti honored the women in the royal palace because she organized a banquet for them. But if you read downwards, you would see that the king beckoned on her to come with a royal crown and to showcase her beauty to the princes and to the people in the palace. And Vashti said, me ke. No way. She told the messengers, the eunuchs, to go back and tell the king that she's not coming. That was how she was dethroned, though. Just like that, she was dethroned because that a queen disobeyed the king. They must not hear of it. So that was how she was dethroned. Now, bringing it back to Esther, Esther knew that the right people, the honorable people must be honored. Yeah? They must be honored, and she understood that with Agai. She knew that Agai is a man of value, and she honored him. That was how Esther also honored the king. Esther honors the king so well. Esther will prepare banquet, prepare good food, make a feast for the king. The king will be so happy. He will be so merry. He will drink wine. He will be so happy. He will now be asking Esther, Esther, what do you want? What do you want me to do for you? I can give you half of my kingdom. Just ask anything. All because of honor. So, my dear sister, honor is a key to favor. Honor is a key to favor. Honor God and you honor men, and you would automatically skyrocket into your glory, into your blessings. Now, let me tell you the benefits of honor. Speed. It gives speed. When Esther honored Agai, Agai speedily gave her all the things that she needed. He gave her the purification things. He gave her a portion of food. He gave her 7 maidens. He now gave her a good room. She was relaxing, dining and whining for months in a good room. Okay? That is the benefit of favor. You would enjoy speed. What your mates are struggling to do, because of the favor of God on you and the favor of men on you, you would enjoy it easily. Then you would have unlimited access to help. In fact, unlimited access to help means favor automatically. Look at the king. Anytime Esther comes before the king is always shaking. It's always like, my dear Esther, what do you want? I can give you half of my kingdom, half of my anything, or you want me to give you all the kingdom, I can give you. Now, so the king would shake because she is always finding favor in the sight of the king, in the sight of men. That is what favor does. So you need to remember that all blessings come through God from men to men. Yes, that is just the equation. I've balanced the equation to you. God blesses you, but He blesses you through men. Yeah, and I understand that men can be frail. Men is not 100%. Men can have anger issues. They can be wicked. They can be cruel. But when you understand and you know that this man is a man of honor, is a valuable man, is a man that can add value to my life, my dear sister, ignore his attitudes. Just honor him and leave the rest to God. Now, let me tell you a story of my sister, a friend of mine. That was how a friend of mine, She is a very good person. She loves to cook. She loves, in fact, this my friend, she can cook for Africa. If you say she should cook for Africa, she will be jumping for joy like this because she loves cooking. She can even cook in the dream, cook anywhere cookable. If she's sleeping and you tell her that, babe, I don't know how to cook jollof rice, tell me how to cook jollof rice, she will be telling you like this in her dream because she loves cooking. So she planned to further her skills, up her skills, up her game by going to an international catering school. So, she paid money to go for this training for a 1-year program. She went through this course and she stayed there she trained for 9 months, and on the 9th month she fell so sick she could not resume to the school. She was so sick for 1 month, and the most sad thing there is that our boss, the trainer, did not even check up on her, did not even ask about her, did not ask about her well-being from herself or from her family members. It was so sad. Then she resumed back on the 10th month and she told the boss what had happened. She didn't look at the bad attitude of the boss not checking up on her. She told her boss, she's not feeling fine, she's not feeling good, and that she would like to recover the classes. She would like to revisit the classes, that she would like the trainer to take her on the courses that she had missed, the 1-month course. And the trainer said, no, it's not possible. You have missed it, none here. You have missed it, none here. It's not possible. And she was really sad. She started to beg, and the man was like, it's not possible. So she started to argue with the man, with her boss, with the trainer. She started to argue with him that I've told you this thing. You are not even nice. You are so inhumane. You are so bad. This and that. So she started arguing with her boss, and the boss got so furious. He called security to throw her out of the compound, to throw her out of the school. So she was thrown out. She came home crying, bitter, sad. And she told me about this whole thing 1 week later, and I told her, babe, how many times did I call you? You need to go back to your boss and apologize to him. And she was like, what are you saying? I'm not going back there. Forget it. So I started persuading her. I started telling her she should calm down, explaining things to her. But on the long run, she answered me. She went back to the school. She apologized to the man. And let me tell you something. Her and that man are best of friends now. Her and her boss, they are best of friends now. He even gifted her 500,000 naira for her business and gifted her recipe books to kickstart her business. How wonderful is that? So that's what I'm telling you. Fine, man, the person that you are looking at for favor from can be rude to you. It can be very rude to you. It can be so unpleasant to you, but you just do your bit. You just honor him. Even though he had done wrong to you, you just honor him and leave the rest to God and see how God would help you. Now, another very interesting thing I learned from Esther is that she is so obedient. Esther is obedient to man and to God. I told Esther that use these things, and whenever you are called to see the king, make sure you go with this. And this is in the book of Esther chapter 2 verse 15. Eggai told her that if you're going to see the king, you should take only this. He told her what to take. And that was what Esther did. She did not even dilute it or mix it with anything or argue with him. She just obeyed. So obedience is also a quality to finding favor in the sight of men and in the sight of God, especially to God. When you obey God, oh my God, doors open. It might not be favorable to you. You might not like it, but just obey. When you obey him, oh my goodness, it would help you. It would help you. Like, obedience is far better than sacrifice. Esther was also obedient to Mordecai. So Mordecai told her that she should not disclose her identity to the people, before she became queen. And she did. She obeyed Mordecai. And you see, it favored her. Now, favor bets helpers. You get helpers when you are favored. you can see, you just be having help from left, right, and center. And you would also be a helper too. You be an helper to people. That's also a quality. You be an helper to people. Esther helped the Jews because she's also a Jew. She helped the Jews. She destroyed the plot of Haman against the Jews. So she's also an helper. She's receiving help from people, from the king and all of that. And she herself is also helping. So you need to be an helper. Help your friend. Help that neighbor. Help the little way you can do. I'm not saying you should do more than you can. Do more than your power, but the little way you can do, you can be an helper, and you would receive favor from God and from men by doing so. That thing that I learned from Esther is that she is a wise woman. She's a woman filled with wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Oh my goodness. Esther would have something that is boiling and paining her like this. She would not just come to the king and start nagging and start complaining. No. She would make the king happy. She would give him wine. She would make him merry, happy. She will not even say that day. She will make him happy again the next day. She will not see her mind. But I'm just summarizing things that Esther has done. Esther is a wise woman. She was really sad when she heard about the plot of Haman. She was really sad about that, and she knew that the king likes to be honored. She honored the king. The king was asking her, oh, this one you have called me. What do you want me to do? I can give you all my kingdom. I can give you half of my kingdom, self. What do you want me to do? She said, no, king, I just want you to enjoy yourself. Oh, just enjoy yourself. Then the next day, I want you to honor you again. The king said, hey, this my queen. She just, they make me the happy every time. Then the next day again, she invited the king again for another feast, and then she told the king her mind, and the king did it for her. Like, imagine the king had already put his signet ring. He had already signed the plot of Haman, the evil plot to destroy the Jews. He had signed it. But he made another signing for Esther that the Jews must not be destroyed. They must also arise to fight whoever fights them. Can you see? Can you see what I am talking about? So as a woman, as a lady, stop nagging. All this nagging, shouting, fighting, quarreling, it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. Just be a wise woman. If you want to tell your husband or your man that you are not pleased with whatever he's doing, there's a way you can do it. There is a way you can do it. You know what likes him the most. Do it so that when he is happy, his heart is full of happiness. You cannot tell him, honey, I want so and so. The prices of foodstuffs in the market has increased. I need your help on it. And you say, okay, no problem. Since he's happy, when a man is happy, he can do and undo anything for you. Even that your boss or that person that you feel you can get favor from, that is an honorable person, if you know that this your boss is a person that he likes to get angry so easily, just buy him drink, buy him something, make him happy. Make him happy. Fogbonshe. Use your number 6. Make him happy. When he's happy, him or her, any of them, when they are happy, they would help you. I'm telling you, when they are happy, they will remember you. They'll remember that day that you bought that thing for them. They'll remember that day you did something for them, and they will help you. That opens doors to favor in the sight of man and in the sight of God. Esther was also a woman of prayer. She was a woman of prayer and fasting. Don't say, she did not say, because I've got the oil of favor on my head, nobody can tell me nothing. I'm not going to pray anything. I don't need to pray. I already have favor. No way. Esther prayed and she fasted. You can check it out in the book of Esther chapter 4 verse 16 and the book of Esther chapter 5 verse 1. Esther prayed 3 days. She prayed and fasted for 3 days before she went to meet the king. And when she met the king like this, the king saw her. He said, hey, whoa. The king said, hey, whoa, my wife don't come. He put out his cup and she was allowed to come in. if na ordinary person, a person that is not like Queen Esther, go and try that kind of thing, Martin bury her down, they will have cut off his head. Because when the king goes to that particular place he went to, nobody is allowed to see him except if he calls for the person. So Esther knew the consequences, and she decided to pray and fast before going to meet the king. And she went to that place where the king was, because the king has been there for 1 month without even seeing her. So she prayed and fasted, and on the 3rd day she now went to the place where the king was, and the king allowed her. He pardoned her. You see that? That is the oil of favor. That is a woman that prays, a woman that fasts. You get favor from God and from men. So I want to ask you these questions. Are you a woman of favor? Are you a woman of honor? Do you honor people? Do you honor your friend? Do you honor your husband? Do you honor that honorable man? Do you honor that honorable woman? Are you a woman of dishonor? I want you to think about this very deeply and answer them in the comment section below. Alright guys, I've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you subscribe. Kindly click on the red subscription button to subscribe. It is totally and completely free. Kindly click on the like button too as well if you enjoyed this video, and if you gained 1 or 2 important things, important keys that is useful to your life, kindly click on the like button too as well. See you on my next video. Bye for now.